Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will tell you about the mv command in the Linux and Unix systems that can be used to rename files and directories and also can be used to move a file or a directory from one particular directory to a different directory. That is the purpose of the mv command, people, in the Linux and Unix systems. Alright, let me now start with the demonstration, people, for the mv command. I'll place myself in the appropriate directory, slash home slash frame slash demo dir1 directory. Verify the same with the help of the pwd command. And this is the directory where I have placed all the files that I have created in the previous demonstrations, people. Now, to check the listing of the files, I will use this command ls-l. Alright, in the long listing output, this is the output I am getting, people. These are the files that I have in the present working directory. This is the output of the ls command along with the l option. Now, from the output, you can notice, people, that I have a file with the name demo file1 currently. In my present working directory, I have a file with the name demo file1 and there is no file with the name there is no file with the name demo file1. Now let me say that according to a requirement that I have received, I need to rename this file with the name demo file1 with a new name of demo file1. Okay, for that I can use the mv command like this, people. Mv, and I say like this: demo file1, that's the source file, and then I specify the target file demo file1. And please remember, people, at this moment I do not have a file with the name demo file1 in my present working directory. Alright, now let me run this command. And now we can notice that the file with the name demo file1 will not be available anymore since it has been renamed with a new name of demo file1. Let's verify the same, people. ls-l, and now we can see there is no file with the name demo file1 since it has been renamed with a new name of demo file1. And with this previous mv command that I have executed, people, with this syntax, the mv command works in a non-interactive mode by default, meaning that it will not check if the target file is already existing or not. If now in this scenario, when I was running this command earlier, it is no problem, people, because the target file with the name demo file1 was not existing at that moment when I was running this command. However, when I run this command, in case the target file demo file1 was already existing in my present working directory, the potential risk or the potential problem is that I will overwrite the contents of the target file demo file1. The previous contents of that file would be gone in case the target file demo file1 was existing already in my present working directory at the time I was running this mv command. However, in this demonstration, when I was running the mv command, the target file with the name demo file1 was not existing already, so it is no problem because I only have renamed the existing file with the name demo file1 with a new name of demo file1. So that is the current scenario, people. However, please have a careful look at this. mv Okay. Now, ndemo file1, that's the source file that is available in my current directory with the name ndemo file1. And what I am doing is I am going to specify a target file with the name file2 that is already existing. Let me specify that, people. File2 is the name of the target file. Now, the target file file2 is already existing. So in this case, the problem or potential risk is that I will lose the previous contents of the file file2, because the file with the name ndemo file1 will get a new name of file2, and this existing file, if it was having any contents, those contents will be lost, because the mv command works in the non-interactive mode by default. It will not check if the target file is already existing or not. It will simply replace the source file with the new name of the target file that I specified. So that's the purpose of the mv command, people, renaming a file in this example. Now let me proceed, people. You can see the result. Alright, I have run the command. Now if I verify, people, like this, ls-l, we'll notice that the file with the name ndemo file1 will not be available, since it has been renamed with a new name of file2. Let's verify. Yeah, we can notice that there is no file with the name ndemo file1 in my current directory, since it has been renamed with a new name of file2. However, the potential problem or the potential risk with the previous mv command is that since the target file is already existing, the target file with the name file2 was already existing at that moment when I was running this mv command, the previous contents of the file file2 have been lost. Okay, that's the potential risk, people, that we should be aware of. So what I will now introduce is the I option of the mv command. The I option of the mv command will ask the mv command to check if the target file is already existing or not. If the target file is not existing already, the mv command will continue to work non-interactively. However, when the target file is existing already, the I option of the mv command will ensure that the mv command will switch to the interactive mode and ask the user for a confirmation before overwriting the target file. Okay, let's do that, people. Now mv -i. So that's the mv command along with the I option, and now the source file file2 and file1.txt is the target file. Now the source file file2 is existing in my present working directory, and I want to rename that with a new name of file1.txt, and this file file1.txt is also existing already, people. So what I will now try is I'll run this command. We'll see the result, because this time the target file is already existing and I am using the I option. Since the target file is already existing, the mv command will switch to the interactive mode and will ask the user, that is to me, it will ask for a confirmation before overwriting the target file. Let's check. So when I run the command, I got that question, people, from the mv command asking me for a confirmation before the mv command overwrites the target file. I can respond with a y to proceed with the overwrite. If I respond with a n, the overwrite will not happen. That is, the mv command will abandon and it'll abandon the rename operation. I'm sorry, people. If I respond with a n, the mv command will abandon the rename operation and the overwrite will not happen for the target file with the name file1.txt. Let's do do this, people. It is up to me. I can respond with a Y if I want the overwrite to happen for the target file. With a Y, it will be allowing the overwrite for the target file. In this example, file1.txt. If I respond with a N, the overwrite will not happen. Alright, people. So let me now respond with a N this time, and we'll see the result. ls-l. So file2 is still existing with the same name, and the target file, file1.txt, is also existing with the original contents it was having. Now if I run the command again, people, now, okay, this time I'll run the command. I can use the up arrow key to get the previous command like this. Now when I run the same command again and I respond with a Y, the overwrite will happen. Let's check. I respond with a Y, and let's verify. Now since I responded with a Y for the confirmation question from the mv command, the overwrite for the target file would have happened, meaning that the source file, file2, has been renamed with a new name of file1.txt. Let's verify, people. So I do not have file2 in my present working directory. However, I have the file with the name file1.txt. That's the new name for the file that was named file2 earlier. Okay, that's the result, people, here. And that's a very good option, people, the I option of the mv command. So I will people, so I will highly recommend the use of the I option of the mv command, because we get a second chance to decide if the target file is existing. When we use the mv command, we get a second chance to decide whether the overwrite has to happen for the target file or not. That is the advantage of the I option of the mv command. And also the mv command can be used to move a file from a particular directory to a different directory, people, like this. Let me take an example here. My file1 is a file that is available in my present working directory. Now let me say that according to a requirement that I have received, I need to move this file with the name my file1. Let me say that I have received a requirement that I need to move this file with the name my file1 into the directory dir1. And for this kind of purpose also we can use the mv command. Let's do that, people. Mv I option, just to ensure that the mv command will ask for a confirmation before overwriting the target file if the target file is already existing in the destination directory. Now my file1 is the file that I want to move from my present working directory into the subdirectory with the name dir1. Let's proceed, people, and I will now find that this is the result. Because the dir1 directory was not having a file with the name my file1, the mv command worked non-interactively, and I will not have the file my file1 in my present working directory now, people, because it has been moved into a subdirectory with the name dir1. That is what I got, people, for this command. ls-l my file1, I get a error message, no such file or directory, because I have moved this file with the name my file1 into the subdirectory with the name dir1. Now let's check if this file is available there in that subdirectory with the name dir1. It should be available there. Let's look at the contents, immediate contents inside the directory dir1 in a long listing form. Yeah, we can notice that from the output of this command, this file with the name my file1 is available in the subdirectory with the name dir1. And the mv command can also be used to rename a directory, people. Okay, now I do have a directory with the name dir1 in my present working directory. So I am getting the long listing for this directory dir1 itself. And now let me say that people, I have received a requirement where I need to, according to this requirement, I need to rename this directory with the name dir1 with a new name of ndir1. And I can use this command people, mv dir1 ndir1. Ndir1 is the new name for the directory dir1. Okay, so that is the action I am performing people. This is the syntax for the mv command when I want to rename a existing directory. In this example, it is dir1. This directory is going to be renamed with a new name of ndir1. Let's verify people how this command works. Perfect. Now the command has worked and I got the command prompt from the shell. Now let's continue people. ls-ld dir1. It will not be available people. This directory with the name dir1 will not be available in the present working directory, and I'll get a error message for this command indicating that there is no such file or directory with the name dir1. Yeah, I got that error message. However, if I run this command ls-ld dir1, oh sorry, ndir1, because that's the new name. That is the new name for the directory that was earlier having a name of dir1. So I will now run this command people, and I will get the long listing for the directory ndir1. Perfect. And to look at the contents of this directory ndir1, I can use this command ls-l ndir1. I will look at the contents of the that is the immediate contents of the directory with the name ndir1. I can see that in a long listing format output. Let's try that people. Yeah, now the directory ndir1 contents can be seen in the output of this command ls-l ndir1. Alright people, I'll now conclude this presentation on the mv command. Please subscribe to this channel and also share this channel if you find that this channel is useful to you in learning about Linux and related topics. Thank you.